Trump has dropped new tariff rates on imports from most US trade partners to 10% for 90 days. That pause allows trade negotiations with those countries. China, of course, has been hit harder. Tariffs are as high as 145% now. How will this impact India? What does it mean in the Indian context? Mahima joins in with more details.
Right. So, Taman, as you rightly mentioned, Trump has announced a 90-day tariff pause, and this is on 75 different countries who have not retaliated with, reciprocal tariffs, and China remains unchanged, as you rightly mentioned. Now, stocks and sectors that could see impact on the back of this in the Indian markets. Firstly, fishery stocks had seen a significant impact, and we saw a lot of these shrimp exporters seeing a significant pressure in trade. But all of those counters are bouncing back in trade today, and this is because of the tariff pause. Stocks like Avanti Feeds, there's Waterbase, there's Apex Frozen, all of these counters are buzzing in trade today. Then we have rice exporters, which had also seen a significant exposure. Rice exporters have a significant revenue going in to the US, which is why we've seen a significant pressure on them as well. LT Foods, around 39% of FY24 revenue comes from US, and KRB around 10%, but all of these counters are buzzing in trade today on the back of the tariff pause. Then we have IT, which has seen a significant pressure, sector as a whole, because IT firms heavily rely on US revenue, and the recession worries were a significant concern for the entire sector. Goldman Sachs has now, in fact, dismissed recession fears, and optimism has now grown for IT stocks. Nifty IT had fallen almost 10% since 3rd April, but it's now recovering, and stocks which have seen significant recovery include Infosys, TCS, Coforge, HCL Tech. Then metals, well, fear of global overall slowdown and recession, now that has become less, metals are also picking up. This is positive, of course, for metal commodities where pricing is concerned. Tariffs on China to watch out for, of course, since they are still a major consumer. Nifty metal since 3rd April had fallen around 13.6%, but we are seeing that recovery in Nifty metal as well today. In terms of solar EPC firms, high significant exposure in US. Solar makers like Vari Energies as well as Premier Energies will be in focus. Lastly, chemicals will also be one of those counters which will be in focus because overall a lot of companies have exposure in the US. UPL around 20 to 25% of revenue comes from the US. SRF around 20% revenue comes from US. Jubilant Ingrevia also around 9% revenue comes from US. So all of these counters will also see a bounce back. Some other names, Aarti Industries, PI Industries, Atul Limited, Navin Fluorine, and Deepak Nitrate, Vinati Organics, Alkyl Amines also will benefit from this 90 days Trump tariff pause. So these are some of the sectors and stocks definitely to watch out for on the back of tariff pause.